Welcome back to the Rustic Planters. If you love transforming your garden into a charming, vintage retreat, you're in the right place. Today, we'll explore small space landscaping ideas using antique and repurposed decor. Whether you have a cozy backyard, a patio, or even just a balcony, we've got creative ways to add that nostalgic, rustic touch. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know which idea is your favorite. Now, let's get started. Give your plants a timeless home by using vintage containers like old tin cans, wooden crates, or galvanized buckets. These rustic elements add a nostalgic charm while also being practical for small gardens. You can even drill drainage holes in metal containers and use them for herbs or flowers. Cluster them together for a cozy, cottage-like aesthetic. A repurposed wooden ladder makes a fantastic tiered plant stand for small spaces. Lean it against a wall or fence and use the steps to hold potted plants, lanterns, or decorative birdhouses. For an extra rustic touch, choose a ladder with a weathered look or give it a light whitewash to enhance its vintage appeal. Old wheelbarrows make excellent statement planters. Fill them with cascading flowers, succulents, or a mix of seasonal blooms. If you find one with chipped paint and rusted edges, even better, it adds authentic farmhouse character. Position it near a garden path or entryway for a whimsical focal point. Lighting is essential for creating a cozy garden atmosphere. Mason jar lanterns filled with fairy lights or candles offer a warm, vintage glow. Hang them from tree branches, shepherd's hooks, or place them along garden pathways for a magical touch. You can even tint the jars with rustic colors to match your garden's theme. Add architectural charm to your garden with old window frames. Mount them on a fence, use them as a trellis for climbing plants, or hang them against an outdoor wall as vintage art. To enhance their rustic look, leave the original peeling paint intact or give them a distressed finish. Hand-painted wooden garden signs can bring personality to your outdoor space. Use reclaimed wood to create signs with words like herb garden, welcome, or bloom and grow. A little bit of chalk paint or stenciling will give it that perfect aged, farmhouse-style look. Wooden pallets are incredibly versatile in a rustic garden. Turn them into vertical planters, mini raised beds, or even outdoor furniture. A pallet herb garden is a space-saving way to grow fresh ingredients while keeping the aesthetic charming and functional. An old watering can isn't just for watering plants. It makes a delightful garden accent. Fill it with fresh or dried flowers, or even turn it into a cascading fountain feature. Position it on a garden bench or hang it from a fence for a quaint countryside vibe. A vintage bicycle can become a dreamy garden centerpiece. Place baskets on the front and back, filling them with colorful flowers or trailing ivy. Set the bicycle near a garden pathway or against a trellis for a storybook-like charm. The more rust and chipped paint, the better the rustic effect. An antique birdcage can be transformed into a stunning floral display. Fill it with succulents, moss, or fairy lights for a romantic garden touch. Hang it from a tree or set it on a table as a unique centerpiece. This simple upcycle adds instant vintage elegance. Turn an old door into a garden gate or a decorative backdrop for climbing plants. Distressed wood and peeling paint enhance the aged aesthetic, making it look like something straight out of a countryside cottage. You can also attach hooks to hang small planters or lanterns. If you're working with an ultra-small space, teacup gardens are perfect. Plant small succulents, herbs, or flowers inside antique teacups and saucers. Display them on an outdoor table, shelf, or window ledge for a charming, delicate touch. Old rakes, shovels, and pitchforks can be repurposed into unique wall art or trellises. Mount them on a garden fence or lean them against a potting bench for a true farmhouse look. You can even turn an old rake head into a rustic hook for hanging garden tools or herbs to dry. A weathered wooden bench adds a timeless touch to any garden. Place it in a cozy corner surrounded by flowers or climbing vines for a peaceful retreat. Adding vintage cushions or a knitted throw makes it even more inviting. That wraps up our vintage rustic garden inspiration tour. We hope you found plenty of ideas to transform your small garden into a charming rustic escape using antique and repurposed decor. Let us know in the comments which idea was your favorite. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more garden inspiration. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Rustic Planters.